As the school year is winding down and we are getting ready for summer, we have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, and both me and my husband work from home. And so we are able to be at home with them during the summer. And so we don't have to sign them up for summer camps or put them into like a daycare or childcare program, which is great. However, that means that everybody is home together during the summer, and it's 3 long months. And so we have learned over the years on how to do this well. So sometimes I will sign them up for a camp, maybe for a week, just to kind of give them some socialization. However, if I can save money on summer camps, then I do. So, how do we get into the summertime, and what does summertime look like when everybody is home? Or if you're a mom who stays home with the kids during the summer, maybe you're a teacher or a stay at home mom, what can the summertime look like so that you do it well, you enjoy the season, and everybody has fun? So, I will be honest, I have in the past gone into summertime with a little bit of anxiety and dread, knowing like, what am I going to do? How am I going to keep them busy? And I have learned some things along the way of what works and what doesn't. So here's what we do. So the first thing that we do going into the summer is we give everybody like a 2-week buffer time, because there is a transition of going from being busy every day, getting up in the mornings, going to school, having all the things, to coming home and not having what feels like anything to do. So there's a little bit of an adjustment where at first the kids are a little like antsy. They're a little like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm bored, that kind of a thing. But just get through those first few weeks and they come down. They kind of like decompress a little bit, and they settle into the rhythm of summer, which is great. The other thing that we do is we create a structure of a day. So I used to try and like be more structured than I am now, as far as like I would write a schedule of like, okay, you need to do this and this and this. And I even had like workbooks for them to do over the summertime to like keep them busy. However, nobody kept up on that. I didn't keep up on that. And then it also went against, I think, this idea of rest and slowness and fun in summer, which I will talk about in a little bit. So now going into it, we do have a set expectations for what are the expectations of the day. So Monday through Friday, mom and dad are home, but mom and dad are still working. So that's a little bit of a mindset shift that they have to get over a bit too. So we kind of set expectations. Okay, so in the morning, you guys are responsible for, you can get up, make breakfast, make lunch, and here are easy to grab items, easy to make items for those things. And then there's expectations of chores. Okay, so we have to unload the dishes, you have to do the dishes, you have to clean up after yourself, just to make sure that the house is staying cleaned and picked up on. And if everybody is home, then we're not all just tripping over each other's messes and stuff. So there's that expectation as well. And then picking activities during the day that involve creativity, that involve them thinking and having fun and exploring. So good things for those activities are Legos, art, building things, just baking. We do let our kids bake in the kitchen. It's a great way for them to practice and to stay busy. We also do a lot of audible in our house, where they're listening to books and stories. They'll listen to podcasts as well. We allow them a little bit of time on YouTube. However, there's always a time limit as far as how much time that they can spend, and there has to be a reason. So they'll look up ideas, Lego ideas to build, craft ideas, at-home summer science experiments or projects, or recipes that they want to try out. So they're allowed to do that with permission. And then obviously time outside, we want to encourage them to be outside and enjoy the weather as long as they can while they're home. And then also during the summer, we usually do some kind of like sport or activity. So this summer they're in jujitsu. So that's Tuesdays and Thursdays. They have time for jujitsu. We've done swimming before, we've done soccer before, but it's just something where it's usually in the evenings and it's something that they have to look forward to during the day. And then also with me being home from work, I also try to be intentional about taking them to the park or taking them to ride their bikes during the work day. So I'll get up and do my work, and then either around lunchtime or later in the afternoon, we will all get outside to go and do something. So that sets this expectation of here are the things that you can do. Here are ideas. And the other thing that they work on too is music. So we have a keyboard and acoustic guitar, and with apps like Simply Piano or Simply Guitar, those are great ways for them to practice and stay engaged. And I mean, they can work on their piano or guitar for hours some days, and they really do learn and they have fun. So it's a, two birds, one stone kind of a thing. So they have these expectations of what they can do with their day, knowing that mom and dad are working. So it's not like a Saturday or Sunday where we can just go and do whatever, but we're all going to be home together, and there is this time of just being together and knowing that you can't come and ask for TV all the time. You can't come and interrupt all the time. And so when we set out these expectations, they know what's expected of them. I'm also doing my job to provide them with the tools and the resources and the options to stay entertained. That way they're not just in front of a TV all day. They're not asking to be in front of a TV all day. And then for us, we take a little bit of time during the work day to take them to the park or something. And then we really try to be intentional about spending time doing fun things with them on the weekends. So with that, at the beginning of the summer, we also have them write down what are the things that you would like to do this summer? Like what are some activities and stuff that we could do? And they'll write things down like go to Barnes and Noble or get coffee or have ice cream or go rollerblading, go swimming, go to the movies. They get to write down their list, and obviously we get to veto it or accept the list. But that way, throughout the summer, we have some goals to work towards that we're going to do together as a family that are very doable, small things. But that way it can be the weekend and we can be like, okay, this weekend we're going to go and do this. And we're not assigning it to a certain day or a certain week. There's flexibility within that, but there's still intentionality of spending quality time together. So the other side of, I think, summer as well that took me a long time to learn was just this idea that we don't have to cram the day full of things. They don't have to be busy all the time. We want to teach them to entertain themselves. We want to teach them to rest. We want them to teach them to enjoy the season while it lasts. So everything that summer has to offer, the warmth, the slowness, the lack of all of the schedule and the things, we want to embrace that. So we don't want to try and just keep it busy so that they're just busy all year long. We want to teach them to embrace the shifting of seasons and to learn how to decompress and to learn how to relax and to learn how to rest, so that when they're older, while they might not have a whole summer break that they get to do that, it's still a mindset and it's still an attitude that they can use to embrace vacations or the weekends or just smaller, shorter breaks as they get older. So going into summer, I will say, it's a lot more exciting now. The better we do this every year and the older they get, the more fun summer is. And, with anyone, by the time we get to August and the last 2 weeks of summer, I think everybody's ready for a change and everybody's excited to go back to school and get back to the routine. But learning to just embrace summer, to stay busy, but also not so busy, to embrace the season for what it is and to just really enjoy the time together as a family.